And we've been joined now by Coach Scottie Montgomery from ECU. The Pirates begin their season Saturday against North Carolina A&T at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium in Greenville, North Carolina. The game will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and will be on ESPN3. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you take a minute to tie up how your preseason has gone as you prepare for the season opener Saturday against North Carolina A&T, please.
Yeah, this is it's great to be in game week. It feels fantastic to be in game week, but this is a season that started about 8 months ago. It's been a great run. We've had a lot of changes, a lot of things that happened to us here that helped us, give us a better opportunity. Leaving camp, we're really excited about where our quarterback is right now, Reed Herring. Really excited about his development, his overall development as a quarterback, but also as a team leader. And it's been a very healthy camp for us, offensively, defensively, and special teams. Switching over to the defensive side of the ball, we've added a new defensive coordinator. Coach Blackwell brings a tremendous amount of talent and knowledge from Jacksonville State, and he's just been really good for our defense. We understand the base rules of defense, and it's not enough for the coaches to know. Coaches always know, but it's being able to communicate in a manner in which the players can completely understand our communication. I think we've done a great job of growing that. Defensively, we're going to be led by a strong defensive front. I'm really, really impressed with what we've done in our defensive front over the last 2 or 3 years in recruiting. And now we're to the point in time where we've created a defensive front to be proud of. Also, we've done a great job of recruiting our linebacker position, but more so, our linebackers have communicated at a higher level this camp than we've ever seen, whether it be in the back end to our secondary or back up front. And then just our special teams and our ability on special teams to use a lot of this talent that we've recruited in multiple places. Overall, we're a bigger, faster, and stronger team. Some of our superlatives on offense right now, Trayvon Brown has had the best camp of course, any of our receivers at this point in time. And we're looking for him to have another stellar, just an outstanding performance. Garrett McGinn in our right tackle position has been an anchor for our offensive line and has done a really, really, really good job. And then, defensively, I think our superlatives, Kendall Futrell at the defensive end, has been fantastic for us. And then in the back end, we've been really, really pleased the way Kobe Gore has played at the corner position for us. So all in all, we're really, really healthy right now going into this first week, and we just got to continue to grow our football team moving this week and then the next week and then the next week.
We'll take questions for Coach Scottie Montgomery. Please hit *1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. And again, *1 for questions for Coach Montgomery, please. Coach, I'll ask the first one, if I may. With some schools in the conference opening with a conference game and others opening with a big Power 6 game, on the road, you have an FCS team coming in, but does it get your guys' attention when you see it, or can you get your guys' attention by bringing in a team that has won 13 straight games as North Carolina A&T has to your stadium for the season opener?
Yeah, there's no question about the attention. Of course, they've had our attention all the way since January. They've done and built just a great culture at A&T. They play harder than any other team that I've been watching ball a long time. Their culture is intact. They're extremely talented and they're really, really well coached. Coach has done just a fantastic job of doing all the little things at a very, very high level. And when you turn on the tape, you know that there's one thing that they truly coach, and that's effort. Talking about Coach Washington, he is a legend of defensive football. And when you have a legend on the defensive side and you have a great player and a great coordinator on the offensive side like Lamar Raynard, it gives you the opportunity to go play well. You tie that in with special teams, which was a big factor in them winning the game. This is a really, really complete football team. They have a lot of depth. They play a lot of people. They built the culture at A&T the correct way, and we're looking forward to the start of the season against them. It'll be a tough opponent for us, and we're looking forward to the challenge. Talking about our conference and just the conference strength of what UCF and Memphis and USF were able to do in 2017. I mean, coming out of talking about the talent level in our conference and not just everybody else. We're one of the only conferences that can put as many people in the National Football League as we put in the National Football League, and yet return our Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and Special Teams Player of the Year. Just speaks to the volume of what our conference is about. So whether we're playing an FCS opponent or a Power 6 opponent. This is a conference. Our conference is a conference to be reckoned with, and we don't take it. We don't take it for granted that we have the ability to play in this conference, and we're really excited about starting our week against a great opponent. And you talk about Lamar Raynard going back. I think he's 27-0 as a college player. 27-0. That doesn't happen by luck. That happens by culture and a belief system and great coaching and a lot of talent.
And Coach, a follow-up, if I may, is which is of more benefit, having a game under your belt as your opponent will have at this point, or and being a blank slate as you go into the season, especially with a new coordinator?
Well, it's really hard to say that. I could probably answer it after the game a little bit better. But the reality of it is this: there's pros and cons to every situation. One of the pros is that we're really healthy. We didn't play last week, so we didn't have some of the things show up on tape. The physical things show up on tape. The negative is there's a lot of anxiety and a lot of nervous energy that A&T has already worked off, that we're going to have to work off in this game and play with a tremendous amount of discipline to be able to compete with the team with the likes of A&T. So there's pros and cons to it all. We do like the mystery of not being on tape at this point in time. We've changed a lot of things, whether it be offensively, defensively, and special teams. So there is a good amount of mystery, but also there's a mystery in how our guys are going to go out and perform. And those are the things that, A&T is a pro about. They know their people right now on the field, this team. They've got a chance to go out and go to battle with them. So they are, at this point in time, they got a little bit more knowledge about their football team. And there's always the thought pattern that for a lot of people, sometimes I don't necessarily agree with it, but there is a thought pattern out there that a team can grow the most between week 1 and week 2 of any other time of the year. So there's pros and cons to both sides.
Thanks, Coach. Do we have any further questions for Coach Montgomery? Please star 1 on your telephone keypad if so. We're going to let you off easy this week, Coach. Thanks for joining us. Look forward to hearing from you again next Monday.